So last section is number 14. Nidre tzedakah stam, unspecified tzedakah vow as to recipient. Okay, so let's see. It's very important. If one obligated himself to give tzedakah, and the monies have been transferred to an agent for the disbursement, or he passed away, and his estate is now charged with disbursement, and he did not instruct the agent or estate concerned to which tzedakahs to direct his funds, we can assume that he intended his tzedakah to his relatives, for his relatives, since this is the Torah preference. This, however, only applies if the relatives were indigent at the time of his commitment. However, if the relatives become poor after he obligated himself, we would not give the money to them, since it is obvious that he did not have them in mind at the time of his commitment. They would be prioritized as indigent of the city. So let's read this again, and we're going to explain line by line. So here we're trying to understand, we try to go into the mind of the person, like who passed away, and how he would want his tzedakah to be distributed. So it's proper, of course, like a person must not leave it for the last seconds, because the mind would be clouded, right? So you have to prepare this will like very specific. Like you can say percentage wise, you can say number wise, whatever you do, but you have to be very, very clear whom to give. So one more time, if one obligated himself to give tzedakah, and the money have been transferred to the agent for disbursement. Okay, so he said, I'm going to give $10,000 to tzedakah. Okay, and he gives to this tzedakah fund, for example, right? But he did not say how to use it. Or he passed away, and the estate is now charged with disbursement. So, or he said, from my estate, I want 10,000 to go to tzedakah. So now they have to figure whom to give. And he did not instruct the agent or the estate concerned which tzedakah's fund direct his funds. So he just said what sum, but did not say where to give. So of course, this list that we presented in the beginning of this chapter is universal, and they supposed to follow this list, of course, with all of the exceptions. We can, but with exceptions, we need to ask a rabbi. So it's case-by-case basis, of course. We can assume that he intended the tzedakah for his relatives, right? Since this is the Torah preference, right? Okay. Of course, a preference, but only if they were poor. So if, of course, like why would like if you want to leave somebody money as a gift, it's called in your will, it's called gift. It does not call tzedakah. So tzedakah we give only to poor people, to separate things, right? So if he said that this 10,000 should go as tzedakah, and your relatives are rich, that for sure it should not go to these relatives, right? But he said if he obligated himself to give to the poor, and his relatives at that time were not poor, they were well-to-do, and then somebody got sick and he lost his job and this and that, many bad things happened. So of course he did not have like in mind to give to these people. Okay, very interesting. All right.